You need to stop right now.
Okay.
I welcome both YouTube and TikTok to this live. Uh, so there are two things going on in here at the same time. We have the YouTube live going on, and we have the TikTok live going on at the same time. I don't know which one sounds better. I don't know which one works better. I know both of them are up, both of them are going, and I'm saying hey now to both zones of this. There's people in the chat in YouTube, there's people in the chat on TikTok. TikTok. I plan to keep this light and fluffy with you. I have no plans on holding you at all. I plan on keeping this very light and fluffy with you. I plan on not getting you all riled up and getting you all too much information. I'm going to be very kid-like in nature on here with you, and it's going to be very light and fluffy on TikTok. YouTube. You're going to get the whole shebang of my Perfla clips. So, on TikTok, they'll get the light and fluffy stuff. Of course, YouTube, you'll get that too. I'll transition from exiting off TikTok to finish all my clips on YouTube. What's going on YouTube is that I feel like if I show the clips on TikTok, it's going to have a whole bunch of emotion attached to the people that see the clips. Versus, I feel like I could be an adult over here on YouTube, and I feel like I can show the clips, and I'm not attached to any emotion because it is the news. So yes, TikTok, I am saying that there's a lot of emotion that comes with me showing clips, and I can feel your emotions. So I'd rather, yes, just started. I'd rather just show you the light and fluffy stuff, keep it a buck with you, exit up off this joint, and finish the rest of my live on YouTube. Sorry, not sorry. It just feels better that way, and that transition just feels good that way. The amount of emotion that is in when I come on, when there's like nothing going on as there is right now on TikTok, there's nothing going on, your mind isn't really thinking about anything. So if I give you a whole bunch of clips, it just causes this haywire thing to happen. Versus the people that are already on YouTube, they are used to seeing the news, they are used to seeing a plethora of things come across their timeline on YouTube, so it's not really a big old effect thing. On TikTok, I feel like it's a big effect thing because the news isn't really coming across your For You page unless that's something you curated your For You page to see, and I don't believe a lot of people on TikTok have curated their For You page to see a lot of news. So I'd rather not overstimulate you. Yes, live on YouTube right now, Jennifer. So I'd rather not overstimulate you with too much information. I'd rather keep it light, cute, and fluffy for all parties. And then that way, I don't feel any type of way. You don't have to feel any type of way. You can try to find some drama on here. And if you do find it, I hope it's good. Any other stuff going on in here that anybody saying my name, I don't feel like really giving them my aura or my air. So not even worth my attention. There are a plethora of new things going on, including the U.S. Mint. No longer they stop production on silver. You can't buy silver items from the U.S. Mint. If you go look, actually I'll show you. I'll show you. It's better to see with your own eyes. There is someone on the potty inside this house. If anybody wants to know, there is a child on the potty inside this house. He is using the potty. So just to let you know that the potty is being currently used right now. Just so you see. Let me make sure this is up. Okay. Alright, so we're up here. And it's up here. Alright, great, great, great. So as you can see on the U.S. Mint, currently it says remind me what's going on right now because the cost of silver has went up to $92 an ounce. The U.S. Mint is no longer printing anything with silver on it. So you cannot find silver production on the U.S. Mint. You will not be able to buy anything of silver from the U.S. Mint currently right now. You will not be able to buy any silver production from the U.S. Mint. That's going to be not available to any one of us. If you do not or have not been buying silver, I don't know what to say. I wish you would have. but that's where we're at right now. So as you can see, it says remind me. That means they're not letting anything silver off. Hey now, what I hope that you have done is that you have backstocked any metals or anything that you do need, because currently the US Mint is not allowing you to buy any silver productions at all. So as you can see on my screen, this is light and bantery for you. What am I telling you, TikTok? What am I telling you, YouTube? I'm telling you maybe you should rack up on a roll of quarters. I think a roll of quarters is $20, $10. I think maybe you should get a roll of quarters. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You know? That's all I'm saying. Let's continue with the light and fluffy stuff for TikTok before we continue on YouTube. For YouTube, we're going to continue with the more light and fluffy stuff for that way, for his namesake. So I'm going to continue with the light and fluffy stuff. We are going to do a mental cognitive test for you and for your eyes, and I hope this helps you out to help your eyes out a little bit. All right, to YouTube, we're almost to the exact minute mark where I need to almost log off TikTok and curate the rest of this live to YouTube. So if that was a light bantery type thing to help you work on your cognitive speed of your mind. And next I have one more thing. Oh, you need to see this. You need to see this. Make sure it can be seen. The U.S. Mint has suspended all sales and products of silver. That reads again, the official mint of the United States just said prices are moving too fast. The U.S. Mint has suspended all sales and products of silver. Read again, the U.S. Mint of the United States just said the prices are moving too fast. They can't keep silver prices accurate. Products are being pulled until repricing is done. The U.S. Mint does not speculate. They source real physical silver, not paper contracts. When they pause sales, it means physical demand is overwhelming. The system and the paper price is no longer telling the truth. This is how every silver squeeze starts. All right. For you, our last minute here on TikTok. Our last minute here on TikTok. Here's our last minute.
Bitch, I'm from Memphis. What you know about me? Big G-L-O-N-N-G-L-E. 50,000 new Chanel shopping spree, and every time I pop out, you know I A-T-E. I'm that bitch, hoe, geek like me. Know it's Y-W-R-Big-C-M-G. White man, small niggas, tall niggas, long coat, no small fix. Big bitches, all pretty, and we y'all. I'm wearing pretty shit, cause my paper long. It's a Friday night, my nigga ain't home. I pull my big shots, cause now I'm drinking long. I'm outside again, cause bitch I hate it home. It's even her, hey, 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 hey,
All right. It has been great being with you here on TikTok today. It has been a plethora and great. The rest of my newscasts, so that way I do not cause any hysteria or anything, will be over on YouTube. I am very sorry that I'm doing it this way, but it is better. I feel like I will cause less anxiety, less hysteria, and I feel like if you want to be an adult and see some of the new stuff, I think I'll leave that other half to YouTube. I want you to have a great rest of your TikTok life, a great rest of your TikTok day, and find something entertaining to watch. I'm about to go entertain on YouTube. I want you to be safe, not sorry, and continue to be great. Brought to you by 16 minutes, 17 minutes of Alive is what I brought you here on TikTok today. All right. You have a wonderful suspended day on TikTok. I want you to be great. Love yourself, love your neighbors, and love everybody around you. I got to finish this broadcast over on the other site. You be great. You do wonderful things. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I am going to holler at you. Please exit the room here on TikTok. I am gone here. All right, let's see if I can refresh this page here. Let's see if I can refresh here to get us up to speed. Let's see if I can get us up to speed here. Let's see what happened when I refresh. Let's see if I can be up to speed and up to date. All right, all right, all right. Welcome YouTube. I hope you can hear me. I hope I'm being heard well. I hope everything's coming through clear. I hope everything's coming through clear. Is everything coming through clear? Can you hear well over here? Is everything coming through clear? Is it all coming through clear? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to know if it's coming through clear. Yes, you can. Yes, you can put people on timeout. Lost my pass. Okay, it's clear. Welcome to 777 News. Officially, I feel like an adult. So, I feel like more an adult over here. I don't have to keep it light and fluffy. And I can bring you the news and not feel any type of way. I don't feel like I'm emotionally distraught. I don't feel like I have to feel any type of way when I bring you the news. I feel like right now you're on YouTube and it is what it is. I feel like this is more of an adult site. Don't feel old at all. I feel like I'm more of an adult over here. I feel like I could share what I need to share without anyone's opinion or how they are feeling about the news coming into the way of affecting how I should do the news. So, let's get into some of this heart-crushing news and let's get it underway. That was Jonathan Stewart bringing to you what's going on in this country as of late. Some very crucial and very prestigious things going on. Very much not what we in America here have signed up for. And it's pretty much a shits and giggles to most of us. I don't find any of these things to be anything to play with. I find that what's going on in this country is pretty much an alarm bell ringing, even down to the silver prices and gold prices are alarm bells ringing in this country. On to other things. Bring your light.
This message is for white people. So when I grew up, my mom would always try to wake me up and get me ready so that I could get on the school bus on time. And then some days I would just oversleep, or I would ignore her because I wanted that extra fucking sleep because it was just so cozy and comfortable and I just felt so good while I was sleeping. And then ultimately I'd miss the bus, and then my mom would cuss me out, get me dressed, and have to drive me to school, but she's cussing me out the whole fucking way there because she told my ass to get up. That is me as a black person participating in anything political right now, because we told you niggas to get the fuck up. You niggas did not want to get up. You niggas was so fucking comfortable. It was, oh, sleepy, oh, 5 extra minutes, 5 extra minutes. You bitches wanted 5 extra minutes so bad, you got it. Y'all wanted 5 extra minutes so bad, you got the 5 fucking extra minutes. Now we driving you bitch ass niggas to school, and we barely want to fucking drive y'all. Y'all wanted 5 extra minutes, and y'all got the shit. Now we barely want to drive you niggas to school, and we cussing y'all ass out the whole fucking way, because we told y'all ass to get the fuck up, and y'all didn't want to get up. You niggas didn't want to get up. Y'all wanted 5 extra minutes so fucking bad. You got it. Congratulations. It's the fucking country you have. Now they killing y'all ass. Now y'all actually care. What the fuck? 5 extra minutes. That's all y'all fucking wanted. So just know, while anything I'm politicating in right now, I barely want to be there, bro. Because we told you niggas so fucking long ago. And you niggas did not care because it wasn't happening to y'all on a mass level. It was happening to us, so it was fucking cool. Fuck y'all.
I'm not saying the F word to anybody that looks different to me. I really think that this is pretty much what we're seeing is pretty much them trying to turn America into either two separate states, like when we had the Union and the Confederacy, or a whole bunch of different states where people come up with their own laws, like back in the Wild Wild West. Things are going to get even more tricky as people start either having morals or separating themselves from what's going on here. And the news in Mexico is that we're supposed to be bombing Mexico, so and we're supposed to be bombing Iran. So just a couple of tidbits. I feel like time's flying over here. Time's going way faster over here than the old TikTok. Let me bring to you America. I have a clip. Is it this one or this one? It's one of these.
I'm brain injury. Put me down. I was just trying to get to the doctor, and I'm autistic. It takes me a second to understand. Step back. Step back.
Now you treat fucking human beings. What the fuck that? You fucking piece of shit. You get back.
I need accommodation. You fucking traitors! Murderers! You guys are all fucking murderers! You're complicit in murder!
Yeah, he's gotta go get a medical care from shooting him in the fucking face, losers!
You're a disgrace to your country!
I feel like I've done my near hour I think I feel like I've almost done my near hour of news media coverage today. I have one more clip to play, and I think I've one or two more clips to play, and I think I'll be done with my media coverage for today. I think pretty much I think I'm doing a service here. I think I'm doing a service. I think I'm doing a service here. I feel like I'm doing a service for everybody that hasn't seen it, and let's just roll one or two more clips here to finish it out. Let's roll one or two more clips. Let's get one or two more clips going, and let's get it. So what I'm working through is I'm working through this audio mesh, as you see. I keep having to mute my audio, so please bear with me as I work through this. It's a day-by-day thing. So I'm going to mute and get my next clip loaded and make sure that you can see it as well. Let's go.
This is a well-known playbook. We're watching a regime change operation underway. The goal is to oust another government. This is absolutely war of a particular kind that the CIA and Mossad have used repeatedly over many decades. So the playbook is well known, and that is create chaos, bring people out onto the streets.
Oh, I hope he gets better. I didn't know that either. Wifey to wifey, please. I hope he gets better. I hope everything's well. I hope he gets better. I didn't know that either. Many prayers and blessings to your husband. Many prayers and blessings.
Provoke casualties, and then use that either to provoke internally a coup, or if that doesn't work, say that you're protecting the people and you intervene directly, which every hour or so Trump threatens to do right now, or declares that he's about to do right now. So this is watching before our eyes how a regime change operation works. I want to emphasize these are profoundly illegal and immoral operations. They claim that the U.S. should control who governs other countries. They result in mass loss of life, violence, destruction of economies, and prolonged instability, and often in war that continues for many, many years. And that war can cost the United States hundreds of billions or even trillions of dollars.
I don't think they care about money anymore. I think they only care about taking over this country and doing it the way they want to. I think they want what they want. Now, to my probably no. So a few clips here. One clip that you see me on. Supposedly that man's dead and had his last breath of life. The next clip with the woman, she's autistic and she was on her way to a doctor's appointment and she was dragged out of her car. I don't believe I have enough time. This other clip down here is a U.S. Army veteran, and he was also arrested by ICE in California. And that clip on the end there is about a woman who was let down by Connecticut's education system. I won't be playing those at all. I'll play this one. Retro, thank you a lot with the $99 in the chat. We appreciate
combat veteran, I get pretty damn hot when a 5-time draft dodger like Donald Trump pounds his chest and bang the war drums in Washington talking about sending boots in the ground. We're not even a year into this administration, and President Trump has bombed 7 countries. He doesn't seem to see a problem that doesn't think he can bomb his way out of. I learned years ago that when elites like Donald Trump bang the war drums and pound their chests in Washington, D.C., and talk about sending troops into the ground or into combat, he's not talking about his kids. He's not talking about all of his minions' kids. He's talking about kids like me and the people that I grew up in working class areas, rural places around the country that have to pick up rifles, jump in the tanks or helicopters and do the thing and do the tough work. Well, America is over it. America is over the $3 trillion we've spent, the quagmires of failed nation building, the sending of our sons and daughters and brothers and sisters to enrich oil executives. America is over endless adventurism using our military because they want their infrastructure rebuilt. They want quality, affordable health care. They want to be able to afford groceries. They want to be able to afford a home. They want to be able to send their kids to school. Those are the things that we are relentlessly focused on as a Democratic caucus.
Let me be completely honest with you, friends, here. Let me be completely honest with you. Completely and openly honest with you. The reason I'm doing this news here on YouTube is that if I have to escape and run, if I have to run, I want to be able to run and be able to document this and put it on YouTube, all right? If I have to be a stowaway or have to be on the run, I want to be able to document this whole experience and be able to put it on YouTube no matter what country I end up in. So I want to make sure that this is documented. I want to make sure that whatever country I end up in, that I'm documenting the whole experience. I don't believe that I can document this whole experience on TikTok. I believe that it'll be censored. I believe that most of the videos will get taken down. If I try to go live about what's going on, I believe they would take it down due to Oracle being the company that is inside of that party that has paid to be inside of that party. So if it comes down to being a revolutionary, I believe that this is where it starts and that I have to do the light and fluffy stuff over on TikTok. And if you can't stand the more adult stuff, just let's stay on TikTok. You'll find me on TikTok with the light and fluffy stuff, but I'm committed to leaving the light and fluffy stuff on TikTok and coming over here and doing my news clips of what's actually going on in this country. I don't believe there's enough coverage on TikTok. I don't believe they're really covering it. I believe everything's really light and sarcastic. It's really not giving you or grasping what you need to grasp. And especially with silver hitting $92, it should set off an alarm bell. The minute that the U.S. Mint stopped selling silver, it should set off an alarm bell. It should have been set off an alarm bell when China and Russia went back to the gold standard. But there are a couple of videos that I'll play throughout there. Supposedly the U.S. is also going back to the gold standard. But it's going to have a catastrophic effect, especially if they're talking about confiscating silver and gold from average American citizens, including your nickels and quarters, besides your ounces and troy ounces that you have in your house. So we may need to talk about burying stuff on our land and all those things like that. All right? I feel like I've reached a comprehensive... Stop running, please. I feel like I've reached a comprehensive hour here today. I feel like you have gotten a lot of knowledge and a lot of things that you have not seen on TikTok. I feel like you've gotten a lot out of the short amount of clips that I did show. I feel like today you've gotten a lot than normal than what you are averagely seeing on TikTok. I don't have time to argue with the people on TikTok because there's a lot more important things going on in this country than going tit for tat with people who are trying to waste their time and forget what's going on in the real world. I believe there are a lot of things going on in the real world that take up a lot of more space in my head than arguing on TikTok and trying to prove somebody wrong or right. They can have that because at the end of the day, when this country decides to go a different way, and they're still arguing on TikTok and somebody comes in their house and arrests them, I hope that at least you saw this broadcast and you aren't one of the people left in your home when they're knocking on the door. I hope at least that you get this information and are preparing yourself. I just bought a first aid kit today, just to let you know. I also started preparing my go bag. So I hope you're getting this information and are preparing things around your house in case you have to leave. I'm also researching how to carry large sums of metal on one's body undetected. So I hope you're doing your research as well. I hope you're preparing for the future. Even if the future turns out not to be negative, I hope that you are preparing for the future. I hope you're preparing. Please send more videos, wifey to wifey. I will be playing them here. I would appreciate it so that way we are all prepared. Water filtration system, tablets, and all the rest. Good tents and sleeping bags, thermogenic coats and ponchos to get. All those things are helpful to the people that want to know it. To the people that don't want to know it, it's okay. The stuff on TikTok will be light and friendly. Like I said, the stuff here is not garnered towards the person who is looking towards the apocalypse, but it is the actual news that is going on in the world to start making you think. So I am just trying to make sure that you are aware. I realize that on TikTok, they really don't want to be aware of what's going on in the world, and that is obviously okay with me. But I'd rather just use the platforms that I do have to get this information out there as it's going on in real time, as it's actually happening. In Mexico, they are revolting currently of some sort, and they are up in arms as well. In Iran, the citizens are up in arms as well. It looks like we're the only country that is not up in arms as well. Other nations and other citizens are taking bear to what governments are doing around the world, and I think millionaire and billionaire people around the world that have absolute control over our minds and our bodies are now realizing that people are waking up. All right? So with that, I hope that we become more awake, not woke, but you open your eyes and your minds to what's going on. And as you become more awake, you dive into being more spiritually guided by your third eye of what's really going on. I hope you do take more time away from the little things that are keeping your mind wound up in a sub-digital world, and take time to start feeding your brain some things from the digital world that have you thinking outside the box. With that, we have reached our hour mark, and I think I've been doing my due diligence for today. What will be on YouTube and what I will download is that 15 minutes of TikTok. If you missed the first half, it'll be there. It'll be 15 minutes, and to find this, you will then have to go to the live button on YouTube to find this broadcast to see where I splintered off from TikTok. That's how we're going to do that. So you'll just see that 15 minutes that was done on TikTok, and then you'll have to get the rest of the broadcast on the live button. I think that's the best way to do that. With that, I leave you to your most human whims to do whatever research you want to do, and to find more knowledge in a book on your surroundings. And also, if you have not done it, if you have 10 bucks or 20 bucks, I would advise that you take it, and if you can, from your bank, if they allow it, to try to get some quarters or dimes, a roll of them, until they tell you that you cannot get any more. That is what I would advise. I would advise, if you have $10 or $20, that you turn it into metal, if you can. We can't print any more money. We can't continue to print. I'm just giving out some advice. Hope you take it. Hope you take it. Hope you take it. I hope you take that advice. I hope you turn that into quarters, nickels, or dimes. We no longer have a penny. I did, wifey to wifey, I did get the book. Waiting for it to come, like a lot of my stuff that I ordered. 1965 quarters sound wonderful, straight silver type deals. All right, I am going to get out your hair. It's time for me to go. I want you to have a great and wonderful evening. I'm going to get up out of here. You have a great evening. This was 777 News. I am up out of here.